I think we're ready. Don't let me forget to do this plant. I want to leave it here because it looks pretty, but don't let me forget to do it. Hello everyone. Bonjour tout le monde. Today we are doing a chatty repot, a repot and ramble, if you will. And I've got lots of plants to do. We'll see how many we get through in this video. I'm surrounded by all of my plant supplies. Yeah, we're mostly repotting. Actually, we are solely repotting plants that are still in their shop soil. Some of them I bought longer ago, some of them are more newer to my collection. If you want a more in-depth view on some of these plants, the video I made probably 3 videos before this one is like a video about the newer plants in my collection, and I'm repotting all of those today, plus a couple extra. I've got my water. It's a sunny, sunny day here. I am enjoying the lovely weather, but it is making this room heat up like a furnace. There's got to be a downside to these beautiful big south-facing windows. It has been nice going out in the sun. I think all of us who struggle with our mental health are probably quite glad that the sun is out. Yay! And it's spring and everything's getting new leaves. If you could see, I think I pointed it out in the starting clips of this video, but the new leaf on my veitchii is making me very, very happy. Very happy. Let's get into it, I think. What should we start with? I know what I want to start with. This, I need my full brain power for, and by the end of this video, I will be flagging. I'm always flagging by the end of repotting things and I get a bit lazy. So I need my full power. This is my Drosera, my one carnivorous plant. I'm looking at my iPad that has my viewfinder on it. I need to be looking at my phone. I'm trying to correct myself. This is my Drosera, my sundew plant. It was thought to be as a lucky dip sundew, which I think basically just means no ID. It's not looking its happiest since I got it. I first watered it with tap water that's been cleansed with aquarium solution, which the lady in the shop says is what she did and was working good for her. But I personally don't think this plant was happy with that. So I bought some distilled water, but it's still looking a bit sad. It's looking like some of the leaves at the bottom have died off and maybe going a bit moldy. It doesn't have any saliva on it. You know, the like saliva it's meant to have on the end of its little spiny leaves. Does not have any of that, and it's just got some sad brown leaves. So I think we need to go in and have a good look. I'd also really like to pot it up pretty. I see lots of people potting their carnivorous plants because they like to be so wet all the time in like no drainage situations, and that no drainage situations can be very pretty. And I've got these 2 cute green glasses here that I think will be perfect. I think I'm going to do 2 different parts of this, and then maybe I could put them in different areas, work out what it likes the best, or even water it with different water, do a bit of an experiment. That could be quite fun. Yes, I am going to do a layer of semi-hydro on the bottom. For this, I've got my semi-hydro and a bowl and a sieve for rinsing it. Just try not to squish the plant. Whee! And my scoop. I just use the same scoop for soil and semi-hydro. I'm not sure if you're meant to do that, but that's what I do. So I'm gonna get going with this. I might fast forward this because it's very noisy. Yeah, now I'm just gonna put a layer on the bottom of our rinsed, oh, my hair's in it. Oh no, that's a bit gross. The rinse semi-hydro. Well, I'll probably fill that one, maybe a little bit less actually. Yeah, about up to there. Nice. And I'll do this one about up to the same line, so a bit above the line on the glass. Ooh, ah! Oh, God, my back hurts already. We haven't even done the first plant. Yes, now those are ready like this, I'm going to dig in to our pot here. I feel like I know more about pings than I do about Drosera. Like, I don't see much content on Drosera, but this is what my local plant shop had. So this is what I went for. Oh my God, the soil's so wet. But it seems like, because I know pings have really shallow root systems, but this seems to have a much deeper one, a much bigger root system than I thought it might have. Ooh. So I think I'm going to separate this out into 2 different main plants. Oh, that's a baby. Got a baby here. Looks like a really little baby. Can I just pull them apart? Oh yeah, they're like Velcro. They're literally like the texture of Velcro. It's crazy. Okay, this one's got an okay root system, but this one has a much better root system. This is like another 2 plants though together, so that kind of makes sense. I'm gonna remove some of these leaves that really don't look. It's mostly the ends of the leaves that have browned actually, rather than like whole leaves. So maybe I need to go in with my scissors. I thought it was worse than it is. Now I'm looking at it. Oh, I can see underneath and get the fully browned off leaves back here. It looked worse than it was, but it still doesn't look happy. But how are you guys? What's going on in your plant collections right now? I'd love to know about the new plants you're getting, how you're getting along with them. Out of all the new plants I got, this is definitely the one I feel like I'm... Oh no, I've forgotten one, it's the fern. That one is looking quite sad as well. This one and my maidenhair fern are the ones that aren't just going easily well for me. Those 2 look like they're struggling a bit. Ooh. Oh no, it's happening again. Okay, I did it. I did it. I don't think that's going to survive. It's really small. Should I put it in anyway? All these babies look a bit sad, sadly. I might just put it in anyway. Because if it does something, it does something. And if it doesn't, it doesn't, you know? So next steps. I think I'm just going to put them up in some sphagnum moss. This is really nice live sphagnum moss, so I think it will like it. And I'll just put a layer on the bottom of both glasses. I don't think it matters that there's still some soil on the roots, but I don't have any carnivorous plant soil and I don't know what soil it is that they've been growing in. And I know they can grow in moss, so I think that's the safest bet. Which one? Doesn't really matter, I guess. We'll put it in this one. I might put the babies in this one because this is the one that's just one plant. Okay. Just trying to tuck the roots in a bit underneath it. Make sure they're covered. Let's put these babies in as well. Like there. And there. And tuck them into a little moss bed. A little bed of moss. I kind of wish I could sleep on moss. It looks really comfortable. Yeah. Tucking in. I feel like I'm tucking him into bed. Okay, and then this one can have, this is like 2. You can see, you might be able to see the second one down there. And then it's got a really good root system on it, which is cool. That makes me happy. Again, we'll tuck its roots into the moss here. in. Cute. I've never just kept anything in moss before, and I'm a bit worried about how fast it will dry out, but because it's got the reservoir layer, I think it should be fine. I haven't seen anyone else put up kind of response exactly like this. I'm kind of just going off vibes here that I think this feels right. Feels right to me. But I know nothing, so you know nothing. Nothing, Jon Snow. You know nothing, Jon Snow. Me and my boyfriend have started watching House of the Dragon for the first time. And I don't know what it is about seeing Matt Smith as a Targaryen and all the stuff related to Targaryens, if you know what I mean, but it's ruining all my memories of him from a childhood as the Doctor. Like, it's really good, he does it really well. But it's not how I ever imagined seeing Matt Smith. Does anyone agree with that? Like, it felt almost a little bit traumatizing. Matthew, stop it. I just want to tell him off the whole time, even though I know he isn't actually him. Yeah, what I'm most worried about is it seems like a lot of the new leaves have died off and gone brown. And like in the center, and I'm hoping the growth point hasn't died off. But I think I'm gonna run and get my tweezers and just like pluck them off. Yeah. Oh, I can, seeing them from here, they look really cute in these glasses though, with the moss. I like that the moss adds like a bit more of a depth of color to how they look on top. Oh, face the camera, not the iPad. I really like how they look in here. So yeah, I think I'm just gonna take my tweezers and get off any dead looking leaves. Ooh, these are just like my tweezers. Is that bad? I mean, I'll wash them. I'm also taking off any like moss that's managed to get onto the top of them. I'm trying my hardest not to damage any of the okay looking leaves. I actually can see that the really center new leaves are green and healthy looking, which is really positive. Yay. I don't know a lot about carnivorous plants, but I know green healthy looking leaves is probably good. Joop. I think that looks good. I think they look really cute in this. I like that you can see the layers. I think I'm just going to top them up with some distilled water. Let me know if you'd like to see a Drosera experiment where I water them with the different kinds of water. Like if I water one with tap water with aquarium cleanser in it and the other with distilled, to see how the different ones fare, because I'm curious. And if you are too, I'll definitely do that. Also, if anyone has any tips on how to get good water for carnivorous plants without just buying distilled water in plastic bottles, I would much appreciate it. Or did I fill it up too far? Can I just like... And now I can see that I filled it up kind of just below the top of the semi-hydro layer, which I think is what we want. This is hard. Oh, perfect. I can't really see what I'm doing, so it's a bit of a gamble, but I did that one much better than the first one. Oh, I think they look super cute. There's the lid. I was really nervous about doing that, you know. I was scared it wouldn't go well, but it did. All is good. Nothing died so far. I guess we'll have to see how they settle in. I'll probably let them, if I do the experiment idea, I'll probably still let them settle in with the water I know they like for a little bit, just to let them get over the shock of moving into a whole new situation, a whole new substrate, just to make it like a fair test. Otherwise they might just both die off immediately. We don't want that. They still might, you know. Okay, let's put these to the side. Little babies. Oh, stinky little babies. Okay. Well, if you're wondering where Azula is, she's out with Freddie today, going to see Freddie's mum, who she loves more than anything. More than me, I think. So they're having a fun time. And it's good because it means I can have all my plants out on the floor while doing this kind of thing and not worry about her getting herself into some tummy trouble. Yeah. Okay, next I'm going to do the begonia before I get to, and it'd be nice to do all the ones that... all the ones that are going into self-watering setups first. These ones has some really fuzzy little new leaves coming in, and I love how the fuzzy new leaves look. It's a bit sad to be repotting it when the new leaves are coming in, but I think it's still the best option. It's just to repot it now. It's got a really good root system, and it's in a soil with actually a bit of perlite and stuff in. So I think I'm not gonna mess with the roots, because I think last time I had a Rex begonia, one of my downfalls was that I messed with the root system too much, and it did not like that, and it went into shock. And it's got this one's got really well established root system, and it doesn't look like it's in the worst soil in the world. So I think I'm just going to go with it. I need to find a good pot. Does this look like a good, that looks like a good size up to me. Maybe even bigger again, because it's gonna have the layer of semi-hydro in the bottom, but I don't like how that one has the big, yeah, we'll do this. Okay, again, I'm gonna rinse more semi-hydro quick. I'm gonna drip water everywhere. Dun, dun, dun. Does that look like a good drainage layer? I kind of feel like maybe I did too much. Yeah, I did too much. Is that better? It's quite a thin drainage layer, but I think that's okay. It doesn't have a cover pot, this one, and it doesn't really need one because its leaves like cover whatever pot it's in, so it looks nice whatever. Okay, that's good. So it will only have like a drainage tray as its reservoir. Reservoir, I also feel so fancy when I say that word. Reservoir. I don't think it will have that deep of a reservoir, so the fact that this is thinner, this drainage layer is thinner, I don't think really matters. So what I like to do for self-watering systems is a layer of semi-hydro for the drainage layer, a layer of moss that kind of just keeps everything separate. And I like to think it helps with the water wicking process a little bit because moss is so absorbent. And then I pop the soil on top. So I've got my Clavia and Maranta mix, which is meant to be good for begonia. Begonia. You have to say it like that. I don't know why, but you have to say begonia like that. Begonia. So I'm just going to pop him in like that. And we're just going to put our soil around the edges. She might put it right at the front there, so I don't need to damage its leaves or anything. Because they kind of grow backwards into the pot, you know? They're almost like a crawling plant the way they grow. So maybe I should turn it a bit actually. Because, yeah, that doesn't really do much. Chung, 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 chung. Chung, 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 chung. Do you like my sound effects? Yay, I think this is gonna be good for it. It's been drying out super quickly, like every few days. Well, not drying out because it doesn't want to dry out, but like it's needed watering every few days. So I'm excited to have it in this setup, especially because I'm going to visit my brother in Manchester in about a week. Yeah, probably around the time this video goes up. And it'll be nice to know when I'm away that this has like a bit of a reservoir and won't be just drying out while I'm gone. Yes, otherwise I might come back to a dead begonia. We don't want that. So that's it all potted up there. I'm so sorry, I keep looking at the viewfinder. What I think the last thing I'm gonna do is cut off some of these sad leaves and maybe try leaf propagating one or two of them. So like these ones, I don't think are worth trying to propagate. They're like really, really juvenile leaves and I don't think there's much point in trying to propagate them. But there are some sadder leaves that I want to cut off that are a bit bigger and a bit less juvenile that might be a candidate. Like this one maybe. It's still a bit of a weird shape, like it hasn't got that proper shape to it, but it might be okay. Oh, I don't know if you can see, but when the sunlight comes through these leaves, they're super sparkly. That's so pretty. Is there anyone else I want to get rid of? I don't think so. I think that's everyone. Okay, I'm gonna put her in her spot and I'll water her through and give her her reservoir after this video. Okay, so I've got a little prop box here. Little like clear one. So what I think I'm gonna do, because I think with these kind of Rex begonia leaves, you can literally cut it right down and then you just break little holes where the veins are. I really hope I'm not doing this wrong. And what I'm gonna try doing it with perlite, I think. I just like perlite. I really like how easy it is to get off the roots when you need to sort out your propagation. So that's what I'm gonna try. If you have any recommendations that you think would be better, please feel free to tell me. Oh, it's so dusty. I think that looks good, and I can fill it up with water at the bottom. And I'm just gonna make sure this little bit of stem is tucked into the perlite. Oh, if I can. And try and get it to lay flat. But it'll be very humid in here, so it doesn't matter too much if it doesn't, I don't think. It doesn't want to lay flat. But hopefully that will be okay. Yeah, I'll fill it up with probably super fried water. That looks quite pretty though. If it starts sprouting little begonias like that, like in a little terrarium or something, that will be really cute. Yeah, okay. Nice. And I got backup because the last Rex begonia I had I killed. So I think having a backup is good because that one's a really pretty one. It's begonia speckled. I don't think I said that. Sorry, I'm a bit all over the place today. This is my maidenhair fern. This is the other one I was saying isn't doing its best yet. I'm still working it out, and I think the main thing it needs is more water, but it's got a lot of dry crispies. I'm going to put it up in a self-watering system and hopefully that will help me get to grips with this plant. It has quite good roots actually, but they're really thin, so I'm a bit nervous to mess with them too much. because you just end up ripping them off. At least I do. Maybe I'm just really heavy-handed. I could put it in that size, or I could put it in the size that we just put. I don't feel like I know it well enough yet to put it up into that much of a bigger pot. If I knew the plant well, I wouldn't care. Well, if I knew that it would be fine, I wouldn't care. But I don't know that with this one. So I'm going to go into a pot that's not all that much bigger. Okie doke. More semi-hydro time. Let's create that reservoir layer. Reservoir. That's probably enough. Is that too much? Yeah, a bit. Whoop. Probably put the rest just back in the bag of semi-hydro. I never plant things just purely in semi-hydro, so if you're getting all cringed out by the fact that I'm like there's probably some soil in this semi-hydro, it's okay. Like for me and the way I use it. I hope I'm not rustling bags the whole time and you can't hear anything. That would be so sad. You can't re-film these videos. Like you've already like potted up the plants. Like what are you gonna do? Take them back out, put them back in the old pots. Put my moss layer in. Oh, I should put my phone on low power mode. One sec. Might have to have a break to charge. That's okay, breaks are good. Pacing and all that. That's what you're meant to do as a chronically ill person at least. My viewfinder's frozen, that's great. Yeah, okay, same soil as last time. So just pop it in like before. Yeah. Yeah, the soil's Calathea and Maranta soil. It says it's good for begonias on the thing. It doesn't say it's good for ferns, but if it's good for begonias, it means it's more moisture retaining. So I think it's probably the closest thing I have to a fern soil, if that makes sense. Okay, we're just gonna cut off any dry fronds on here. There's quite a lot. Like sadly, I don't know if you can see, there's a new one coming in here. And it's like dried up as it's come out. I think that was before. I have had some new fronds come in and not dry up since I realized how much water it actually needs. So I think we should be a bit more smooth sailing from now on. And again, it's really good to get it potted up in the self-watering system before I go away and leave my plants to fend for themselves for a little bit. Oh, I can see there's a little baby fronds coming in down here. I love them, they're all curly and they're so cute. Yeah, however bad this plant looks, it's always like actively growing, like always. Really trying hard not to damage the new baby growth coming in while getting rid of as much of this sad dry growth as I possibly can. Because it's all dead, it's not bouncing back or nothing. But the plant's still doing okay. Oh, I really want a really big one of these so bad. Okay, I'm not sure how much I can do, more I can do without kind of damaging the new growth, because I'm having to get like right in this center bit to get these dry leaves out, and I feel like I'm just going to end up damaging it. So I think If I can bring myself to stop, this is where I am going to stop. Yes. That's all I'm, oh wait. Now, that's all I'm going to do with this one. She is looking, oh no, it's not, I'm sorry. I'm just lying. Okay, I think that's all I am going to do to this plant, she says, while still wielding the scissors. It looks pretty good, and I can always get in with the scissors again and chop off anything else. But again, I'll fill up its reservoir after this video. I'm going to go put it back in its pot because otherwise the wet semi-hydro is going to drip water everywhere. All the rest of these should be a lot simpler. They don't need self-watering setups. Oh my god, I need water. Sometimes I wish I had a self-watering setup. Oh, I get so dehydrated. I'm gonna start with this guy. I'm really excited to put this one in its pretty pot. I've talked about it in a few videos. It's got a drainage hole, so I'm gonna put it directly into there. And I think it's gonna look really good. It came with this stake, which as far as I can tell is completely useless. It's not doing like anything. I guess I'll keep it in case I need it. Just put it in my little cup there. Let's have a look at these roots, shall we? Ooh, they're quite good looking. Now this one does have a thinner root system as well. It's a thirstier plant. Is that a thing? Thirstier plants have thinner root systems? Because I feel like it is. I'm just going to remove as much of the soil as I possibly can without me feeling like I'm breaking all the roots off. That seemed to think, oh, I haven't introduced this plant. I'm being so bad at that, I'm sorry. This is a Sophora prostrata little baby. I got it as a rescue plant from my local plant shop. It didn't need much rescuing, to be honest. I think it'd just been in the shop a bit long and wasn't looking its best anymore. I just popped it in my south-facing window and it's bounced right back. It is a bit thirstier, but I'm not putting a self-watering setup because I want it in a pretty pot. And you know, aesthetics before practicality in this case. She's been doing really well for me. I am breaking some of these roots. Not a crazy amount, but I think I might leave it like, oh, I'm not very good at leaving things alone, you know? Does anyone have experience growing this? Because I couldn't find much about it online. If you do, please send me through some tips. So this is definitely actually, I thought this wouldn't be a crazy pot up, but looking at the root system, it's definitely not tiny. I need ficus soil. That's what the Soil Ninja Soil Index told me I should use. We're a bit low on it, but it should be okay. That looks good. It's so hot in here. I can't believe it's already like shorts weather. I'm like, I've got to start shaving my legs again. What is this? Do you guys do that? I come out of winter hibernation mode and I haven't shaved my legs in months. You know the scene in Snow White when the prince comes to rescue the princess in that weird, slightly unconsensual fashion of kissing an asleep person. But he has to chop his way through the brambles that have grown around the palace with a machete or something. Or a sword. I guess he's a knight, so, or a prince and a knight and whatever. So it's probably a sword. And that's what it's like when spring comes and I start wanting to wear shorts and skirts without tights and stuff. That's what it's like when I first shave my legs. Don't know if anyone can relate or if that was TMI, but if it was, deal with it. Pretty. Oh, it looks good in there. The other thing I want to do with this one is a bit of pruning. I finished this plant. Oops, water. I think she looks nice. She's a lot sparser than before, but I don't think that's a bad thing. I did that off camera because I hadn't realised my phone storage had filled up. Put it back. I just spent the last couple hours moving photos from 2022 and 2021 onto an SD card from my phone, which is a bit of a trip. And hopefully I have enough phone storage to finish filming this now. Long overdue, to be honest, but now I'm tired and I really want to get this video finished. So why don't we start the second half of this video with my rat tail, is it called a rat tail? Mouse tail cactus. Mouse tail cactus. It's actually like in a hanging pot, but in its normal pot inside, just because I wanted to hang it, but I hadn't repotted it yet. And I've actually already took some propagations of this one. Some vines just fell off when I first brought it home, so I put it in propagation. But I'm thinking it'll probably go just directly into this hanging pot now. It's not a very pretty pot. You can't see the roots, but I'll survive. Oh, it's got good roots in here. Please say I didn't just snap that off. Felt like I snapped something. I think we're good. Oh, a little bit came off, that's fine. I'm gonna put this up in anthurium soil because jungle cacti like a bit of chunkiness. And that's what is advised again on the Soil Ninja Soil Index. That's where I get all my information from about what soil to use. This soil's coming off nice and easily. That's a relief and a refreshing thing from what we've been doing. Oh. Anthurium soil from Cybertanica. I really like this soil. It's very chunky. Someday I may make my own soil. That day is not today. If you guys have any tips on where to get like cheap soil components to make your own soil, that would be so useful, because I feel like whenever I look at it, it just looks more expensive than buying pre-made soil. I really want to get these done quickly because I'm flagging and I want to rest. There's some more less intensive tasks I could be doing right now, but because I just spent hours organizing my photos, I haven't done them and I'm falling a bit behind. I'm actually not. This is the second video I'm filming this week, so I'm trying to get ahead when I go to Manchester so I don't not have a video to go up, if that makes sense, while I'm away. And maybe even catch up a week ahead, because I mean, the chronically ill girlies will know that you need recovery time after a trip away. It is not sensible to go away and not know you have time afterwards to recover fully. Otherwise you could end up really messing yourself up a little bit. Some more vines are coming off of this. Oh, that was a big one, but look, it was like dead where it joined the plant. I don't know if I'm gonna bother propagating them. I've already got quite a few in propagation, so I don't think there's much point. These are really fragile. They snap off super easily. And there's a chance I will film me going to some plant shops in Manchester, but I have to see how I'm doing while I'm there. Would that be something people are interested in? Let's put the hanger on him. But I think that looks pretty good. This plant really isn't that spiky, which is nice. I don't feel like I'm getting any spikes in me or like it's hurting me in any way, which I like. I'm not a massive fan of scary cacti. That looks cute. Directly in the pot. I'm happy with that. Again, I'll give it a water after this video. I will probably use Super Thrive to water all of these, because one of the things Super Thrive advertises that it does is help with transplant shock when you're moving your plants into new places. Next, I'm going to repot this bird of paradise. Look at the size up, this new leaf. I knew this would be a quick one to size up, but that was the last one. And this is the new one. So much bigger. I knew this would be a quick one to size up, part of the reason I wanted it. And look, it's got so many roots, like really fluffy roots poking out the bottom. That's so exciting. And that's one of the reasons I got it. I wanted a big, jungly bird of paradise, and I wanted a plant that would go quickly be satisfying, you know. This one I'm gonna put up in aeroid soil. It actually said to do a different soil on Soil Ninja. I can't remember what. I don't think I had it, so I looked up what the basic components of that soil was. I think it was like Calathea and Maranta, which I do have maybe a little bit of, because I don't think I finished it for the others. But it said to add bark, and I don't have bark. All the roots, like, that's really weird. All the roots, like, at the bottom. It's almost as if it came without any. I hope it did come without any. No. Yeah, but I'm going to leave that intact, that little root ball here. But it's actually got way less roots than I thought it had. It was, like, potted right at the bottom. Oh, look, it stands up by itself. That's cute. So maybe I want it in a smaller pot than I thought. But it is so prolific. Maybe this. I'm using a lot of this size pot, but I could do smaller. No, I want to do the bigger one. Gonna do that size. Aeroid, classic. These are all gonna be super easy, which I'm so grateful for. My head is starting to hurt. Do you guys have a bird of paradise? What was your experience with that? I feel like everyone at some point in their houseplant journey has to have a bird of paradise, right? That's classic. That looks good. Oh, I think Freddie and Azula are coming back, but that looks really nice. Oh, and it just fits in that cover pot. Oh, I like that. There's 2 left after this, so we're almost done. Let's move the plants out of Azula's range when she inevitably runs in here like a dingbat. This is my Norfolk pine. I'm not really sure what I'm doing with this one, to be completely honest. I've had it for quite a while and I haven't repotted it or paid much attention to it. It deserves some attention. Hello! Hi! Yeah, I don't really know what I've been doing with this plant. Online it said it liked a ficus mix. I don't have very much of that left, but I knew I wouldn't. So I did look up a good alternative and it said cacti and succulent, and I also have that. So we're gonna do a mix of both of these soils. Let's have a look at this root system. I have no idea what to expect in here. Oh, it's quite good actually. They're dark roots, but it kind of gives me the vibe that they're meant to be, or are some of them pulling away? No, some of them are pulling away. Oh, it's a little bit sad, a little bit rotty. Maybe they're not meant to be dark, or at least not this dark. Yeah, we got a bit of rot going on here, fellas. It doesn't smell too bad though. But it has been in this shop soil for so long, I'm not really surprised. Oh, it was a plug plant too. What's a plug plant? Doesn't look like it has any of that mesh on anymore though, so that's good. Okay, the root system isn't horrible. It definitely had a bit of dead roots at the bottom, but it doesn't worry me too much. Like, they didn't look really bad, and we've still got a relatively good root system here, but I think we could probably do with a bit of a pot down. I think again we might be going into that. No, maybe this size of pot at the bottom here. That's a bit bigger than the main one I've been using, but it's still quite a bit of a downsize from the pot it was in. Yeah, that seems about right to me. So I'll put the rest of that ficus soil in, the bottom I guess. Oi. Sorry if you can hear the beeping. There's a truck reversing outside. And then we'll go with cacti and succulent. I've got another bag of this, so if I finish it, no sweat. Done. It's quite nice to clear out some of those soils. I've had them for so long. finish some of them. Okay. I don't know why I bought so much cacti and succulent soil. I really don't have very many cacti and succulents, but it's coming in handy here, at least. I think there is a bit of a rotty smell. Freddie did just come in here and fart.
Can't say that, that's so mean.
But I actually don't think that's what I'm smelling. I think I'm smelling the rot from the plant. If I put that on the internet, will you be mad at me?
No. Oh my god, that smells.
I know.
Definitely the rot from the plant.
I should have sprayed it with some hydrogen peroxide. But I think it'll be okay.
Yeah, that smells foul.
I know.
Yeah.
I thought that was your butt. The Norfolk pine has been repotted. It smells really bad, and I probably should have sprayed it with some hydrogen peroxide on the roots, but I didn't realise how bad it was until it was too late. So we're just gonna hope for the best. Be good. Oh, the stake, let's do that. In we go. And that should help it be a bit more stable as well, hopefully. Very nice. Okay, one left, and then I can get up off the floor and make Freddie clear up for me. The last one is my little Hiya compactor variegated. Let's have a look. Oh, good roots. Look at that. I wonder what pot size it wants. Maybe one of these? That looks good. Yeah, that looks good. Get off some of the soil because I do think it would like something a bit chunkier than what it's come in. Because Hoyas do like a chunky mix. So really good roots there. I'm very happy with that. I've taken away all the old soil. And let's get out our Hiya mix. Woo. Used almost every single different type of soil I have today. There's like only 2 left in the cupboard. The fact I have more than what I've used today is ridiculous. I'm a soil hoarder. Ooh, dump her in. Trying not to disturb where it's got new leaves coming out too much. I didn't want to wait for them to be fully grown in because I'm impatient and I've been meaning to put this up for so long. Shove it in, shove it in. Boom, boom, boom. Okie dokie, I think it's done. Hiya compactor variegated. Let's see if she fits in her butterfly. She does not. That's so sad. I have to find a new pot for her. But oh well. That is it for today, folks. I am exhausted and feeling nauseous. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any of these plants, please share your experience with them. They're all new to my collection and I would love some advice to make sure they grow nicely, especially the maidenhair fern and the dracaeras. That's it. I know words. It was lovely to be here and to have a good chat. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Have a good day. Bye.